Oh yeah. Hello and welcome again to another video of basic fishing. And today we're out jigging again. And yeah, today I'll try and do some basic guideline on how to get started on jigging. And I hope everyone enjoyed watching this video and stay tuned for some solid fishing action. Oh yeah, I'm here with Matthew and here's Steve again and there's Bruce. So yeah, let's hope for a good day. Oh yeah, Steve, show us the jig you're using.
Look, that's had a few shark hits.
Oh yeah, last time this Black Magic Slim jig, it was devoured by a very, very greedy golden snapper, which was really amazing to watch. So unfortunately I had to do this tutorial in the water because I need a script, and I tried to wing it last time and that didn't work so well. Right, Steve?
Right, Peter.
So as you can see, this is my jigging setup. It's a pretty solid rod. It's a really short rod, and I'll explain that very well. I'm pretty sure, I hope I made a brief video on the setup I use for jigging. If not, then I apologize in advance. But basically this rod, it's the lure rating is between 200 and 350 grams. And the reel itself, it has good braid capacity. And it also has a really good drag, which is really important if you want to, wrestle with those kingfish. And this jig I got here, this is a Black Magic Slim jig, 200 grams. This is an ideal setup to use. In fact, all of this is a really basic setup to use. I particularly like this jig because it has a good erratic movement. And because of its design, as you can see, it's a slim jig. Also has a luminescent belly as well. And also has good assist hook. It has a protective string tube, which is ideal against toothy predators like barracuda. And the hook itself is quite solid, and it can pack a punch against those pretty big kingies. I mean, I caught my personal best kingfish on the 300 gram version, but I ended up losing that unfortunately. Now the trace, the main line itself, the braid is 50 pounds, and I'm using a piano that was tied for me. And the line, the monofilament, it's a 100-pound tough trace. So I got a 100-pound tough trace, and the reason why I'm using the 100-pound Black Magic tough trace is because it has good elasticity, which is good because braid, it has no stretch, but this acts what you call a shock leader. And you need a bit of a stretch in order to fight the fish properly. Oh yeah, the reason why the rod is short for the jigging rod is because when you're on a boat like this and you're dropping down vertically, you want to make sure that you're not in a bad position where you high stick your rod. And the high sticking is when you lift your rod up and the fish is spinning like this, and as you can see, that is a recipe for disaster. Whereas you want to fight the fish like this.
Because of fulcrum.
Okay, you explain this.
You have more power.
Yeah.
So the more rod you have, the less rod the fish has, the more power you have. It's called the fulcrum.
Okay.
It's like when you lift something.
Okay.
Stick.
Otherwise, if the rod was long, you'll end up, the rod will become like
you wouldn't have as much power on the fish.
Thank you, Bruce. And the rod will act like a bloody crowbar on your groin, which is not nice. I'm using a spin setup, which is really good for beginners, but for those intermediate, you can always go with the overhead reels. But both have their pros and cons. This spinning reel here, it's good. It's got a really good drag as well as a lot of good braid capacity, but problem is it's super heavy. And with a heavy reel like this, I work in a different way. So as soon as I get to the bottom, I lift once and
I've got a recommendation.
Yeah, what is it?
Sell that one and buy the 5,000 instead.
Jeez. So this is how I like to work my jig. Instead of going fast like this, it feels like a waste of energy. So what I like to do is I like to lift up, let it flutter, wind down, lift up, wind down and let it flutter. And I just do this. And the reason why I lift up high is to get that jig moving erratically upwards. And that seems to get the kingy excited. Another benefit of using this method is that you can target other deep water species, which includes harpooker, golden snapper, and if you're lucky, sometimes snapper as well. And if you're unlucky, the barracuda. And of course, let's not forget the classic kahawai that will always go for anything that you throw at them. Oh, yep, here it comes. As you can see, good movement, and it has a good erratic movement when it goes down as well. So yeah, that's how I like to work my jigging stuff. Oh yeah, when a kingfish decides to hit your jig, all I have to say is be prepared, because it is epic.
Get ready.
Another thing about jigging is that we have to move around a lot. It's always about finding the fish. And also a good tip is to have a good captain on board.
Not you throw them overboard.
Oh gee. Alright, I'm gonna try my stupid speed jigging. 1, 2, 3.
We're on the top, are we? Sort of.
46, 45.
Yep. Well, that didn't produce anything. Yeah, that's a good way to so what Matt's doing, that's a good beginner's way on how to retrieve on a jig. You know, instead of doing that fancy speed jigging, you could just do this instead and you still get fish.
Have you got a 300 on, Matt?
Oh, you're on! Oh yeah! Oh, yeah!
Go on.
Have a feel!
Feels good.
It's a good fish too. I mean, I call my personal best on that. Oh yeah, when you hook onto a kingfish like that, just grip hard and fight hard.
Yeah. Try that.
And make sure you set your drag correctly. If you set your drag too tight, you know, and if that happens, something's gonna snap. You need to tighten the drag?
I know you tighten it.
Why?
You gotta let him run a bit.
Yeah, last time
I mean,
last time I didn't let my drag run, that was a mistake I paid really dearly. Alright, I'm gonna drop mine here. It's redemption.
Come back to do this, right? Awesome.
Oh no. Yeah, when the situation happens like this, just stay calm and just maintain your position very carefully. Don't. The last thing you want to do is burn off your mate.
Oh
What? What? No!
What?
How did that happen?
Yeah. That was a nice one. Felt good.
Oh, but all you gotta show for is a dented hook.
Is that a 3 or a 400?
Use some of the daytime. And they say to try a small part first, just to see how the fiberglass.
Oh, you had another one.
Oh yes!
That's something.
That could be a barrow because that was quite high up.
Yeah, it was really high up. It's off there. Well, no, I thought it was a barracuda because it's just the way it's fighting.
You happy with this, Matthew?
What's that?
Just a fish.
Yep. Take a look. There it is.
Oh wait. No, it's.
Skipping.
What? 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 Wait, we need it. Bruce, get the net for this.
Boy, I tell you what, you gave Matt some instructions.
Oh, wait, me? It's fighting really hard. What the hell?
Usually when they get near the boat, they all fish.
I mean, that drag's not even that
It's probably a
tight.
monster because it's on a 300 grain fish.
Oh my god.
Let's keep it.
I got it.
You got the net?
Yes.
Let's bring it up. Get ready. It's going to be going ape shit in a
Oh,
second.
yes, nice, guys.
There we go. Let's pick it up.
Yes!
All right.
Wow.
He got bit by something else maybe when it was on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I took a go at it when it was.
Oh.
All right.
So yeah, this is an overhead. This is an overhead reel, and as you can see, unlike most typical overhead reels, the spool is more narrow because when you're working this the jig up and down, you don't want to, you know, worry about the line gathering at one spot all at once. And so Bruce has been kind enough to let me do a demonstration on this overhead setup. So yeah, just drop, oh, oops. Yeah, remember to just turn on the clicker, and when you're dropping it down, just make sure to thumb the spool so that you know you don't get a bird's nest. Now I usually prefer spin heads, but I'm capable of using the overhead reel. And as you can see, this rod is specifically designed for overhead reels. As you can see, the guide is really close here just to prevent that braid from touching the handle. All right, we reached the bottom. Now what I do is I simply, when we get up, and as you can see, it's easier to work with this. The advantage of using the overhead reel is that it's more compressed compared to the spinning gear. This is a star drag reel, so that the advantage of this is that you can engage the drag just simply like this, like a trigger. The only thing that I don't like about the overhead reel is that when you're fighting the fish, the braid is touching close to your thumb, and you know, one nick and you know, that's it. Oh, you're on! Woohoo!
Got something small. Although it could be a king, you didn't realize it took yet.
That is not small. What is your... Man, man, it's like redemption time for you, ain't it, man?
Yeah. So that one is on the boat.
Well, bad timing though, because... oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you probably do want to try and get them around the other side. Yeah.
Wow, I hope I get the next hook up, that'll be nice. Oh yeah, I'm on! Oh! Yeah, no way he's gonna get away from me this time. Barracuda most likely. Yeah, when you're hooked on, go hard. And remember to keep your rod in a 45-degree angle to avoid high sticking it. Oh.
You want to?
Oh, fuck!
Holy, I wish they could
Too high. Yeah.
What were you doing? Were you going high on it?
Oh, accidentally. I tried to. It was stuck on my belly, so I just. That's the first time I've high sticked a rod.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I got it. That's all right, Pete. It's still usable.
Yeah.
Oh dear, Pete.
That's the first fail of the day.
The leader should be just coming. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
I don't high stick it. Gee, I'm pleased you weren't still using my rod, Pete.
It was accidental. My belly got caught. Remember? I was avoiding trying to high stick. I was trying to get over the engine.
Oh, he was cooked in the head.
Oh yeah?
He didn't actually, I did.
Oh, there it goes.
Was that a nice one or not?
That was nice. Probably like 90.
That you landed it.
Hey, look at the bright side. At least you don't have a broken rod.
No, that's
Yep. Okay.
You're lucky I got extra equipment on.
Whoa! Whoa! It's a kingy. Bruce, you might have to do this. Wow, look at the bubble trail. Where is it? Wow! On that slim jig. Woohoo!
nice. There we go.
To measure him, but I don't think he's going to. But measure him anyway, so we know what we got. Where is the?
Matt?
Did somebody take out the map?
Wait, release him here so they can film it.
Oh, that's a good grab.
All right, off it goes.
All right, let me make that. Get some water on the deck. There's all that yellow stuff.
That was funny while it happened.
Do you remember the day I said to you, Peter, stop high sticking my rod?
Yes,
You
I do.
remember that?
I do. No. You were like, don't, oh, no. I was like this. Oh, I shouldn't high stick that. I shouldn't do that. I might high stick. And you're like, don't you high stick my rod?
Exactly.
And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot this was your rod.
So what have you learned today, Peter?
No high sticking. And I said that on the video too. What the big irony on that. Epic fail right here.
No, I just call it rod snap because everyone will want to watch that.
So I'm using this setup again. Oh my god, that's huge! Oh, wow. Oh my god, not again. This happened again.
There you go.
Oh my god.
Some little sucker.
Yep.
Yeah, Matt, this is exactly what.
let it
Yeah,
go.
okay.
This is big, isn't it?
I'm on here, by the way.
Oh, you want? Sorry. Big or small?
No, I don't think
Oh,
That's so. Is that a kingy?
well, hopefully.
Looks good.
Woohoo! Wow, that speed digging worked. Oh, what the?
You lost the fish or the jig?
Both.
Not the jig.
Yeah, it was not really high, but
Man, that's a good sized fish.
That's good again.
Let's hope it's a keeper.
okay, Pete.
Yep, got him. Yeah, on that slim jig. Happy with that?
Yeah, I'll work that out. Thanks. Slightly bigger, isn't it?
He might be borderline.
I don't know. We'll have to-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's alright. He's nearly an 80.
It's 80.
It is 80.
Yeah.
So Steve, happy with your catch? I don't.
Was that the
I don't. Yeah. Oh, Bruce, you're on too.
Not a big fish. You got running the drag. I
Barracuda.
got very hot.
Oh, okay.
Very. What do I got? Hope it's not a barracuda.
Oh, it is. It looks like. Oh, wait.
Snapper.
What? Woohoo! Whoa, that is amazing! Whoa.
We're right.
He's perfectly hooked.
Is he perfectly hooked?
Yeah, I'm just checking.
Wait. Show us on that black magic. Wow, look at that. On
Come on,
that,
Brucey.
All right.
on that
I
slim
can't
jig.
get kingfish today, but at least I catch something.
Hey, that's not. No, you can't.
Wow.
That's
Look at that. Happy on your slim jig, Bruce?
Yeah. Yep. Sounds good. Okay, let's take them
gonna
off.
drift
Take them off. Not that unusual. All right, head. It wasn't in the mouth.
Oh, right, okay.
Alright, I'm gonna speed retrieve this. Oh, yep, I'm on. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yep, I'm on.
You on?
Yep.
Yeah. Bottom?
I don't know. Mid water? It's not big, whatever it is. It's probably just a barracuda, though. Double hook up!
That looks like a good one. You on the bottom?
Yeah, whatever this is, it's not fighting again all of a sudden. Whoa. Oh, triple hookup. I'm moving mine over here.
What do we have?
Oh, what the? F
What happened?
Oh, wow.
That's a nice one too.
We have all hookups except I lost my one. Just careful, you know how I stick it. I think you should just try it on the armpit.
Armpit?
Yeah.
Just the stuff. Yeah, this is a nice one.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Do you have your genie clip? I might have to borrow that.
It's in my red backpack, in the main pocket. There's a big green tackle box in there.
I'm not feeling too good right now, so I'm just gonna.
Hopefully. Matt's.
Okay,
Whose fish is that?
that's my fish. Right there.
Okay, let's try and see where we're tangled.
I'm nowhere near the top. I hooked them at near the bottom. So whatever.
Okay, we're
Oh my God.
Yeah, we've got two coming up.
We're gonna bust them off.
No, we won't. Just take it slow. And we'll try and untangle as we get closer. I'm just going to take these in.
Oh wow.
Matt, is that Matt's line under there?
Oh yeah, it is. Matt. Oh, careful the engine.
Watch out, watch out.
There's nothing I
Shut
can
the
do.
engine
Just
off.
hold it. What can I
Damn
do?
it, my line off.
I'm going to get this one.
Oh, look at this. So, you busted my line.
Busted my line.
Fuck.
Damn.
Did it cut through?
Yeah, his line went under.
Oh, he cut from my shop.
Trying to come around the side.
There was nothing he would have.
Damn it.
There was nothing he could have done. It was just.
Yeah, well, they were all twisted up.
There it is, color.
Get one on.
Yo, this will be your first fish landed for the day.
Here's your shot leader as well.
Yeah, for other people's. They messed other people's up, and that's not too good.
Gotta be smarter next time doing this.
We got 4 on board one day.
Alright, you ready, Pete?
Without any.
Yeah. Yeah, that day we had a close call, but we were lucky that
I
day.
was on, you were on. That's you should have stopped right then and there.
Okay, ready? He's coming up.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, that's a good size one.
Nice one.
That's a legal one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, Bruce.
Alright, you got a no?
Ah.
Okay.
You got two.
Right.
You got your 20 ounces on?
Yeah.
Careful it doesn't pull you overboard.
Sure. It's a red.
A little spark.
Yeah. It's here with today, right?
These are such small hook problems.
Oh man, this is heavy.
What size weight is that? We got double. Double that.
Yeah, 20 ounces of sweat, lead.
Hey, you ready? Anybody in?
No.
Oh, come on. It's easy to get up 20 ounces.
Very funny.
You're definitely going to work out today, that's for sure.
You don't have to play the 20 ounce sinker like a fish. You just whine.
Don't wind me up now.
That's it. Now you're in.
Thank God this is a high retrieve rate. Oh wait, I have a fish!
Good on you. Yeah, just, okay.
Yeah, finally! Oh,
Oh no, one of those little, yep, alright, it counts.
that's my first ever perch.
Oh yeah, okay.
There you go.
I don't think we need to just throw it off.
No, oh, I'm gonna keep this.
Alright, keep it then. Alright, let me just go where I want.
Yeah, look at that. That's such a... It's definitely not like those perch at Lake Papuki, that's for sure.
It's not very big for you.
Well, it's, you know, it's a good size.